coming. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Town Square Media and 106.1 KISS FM proudly bring to you your podcast champions of the world. He's the R to the O to the B. I'm STEVE. We are your hosts with the most, bringing you everything wrestling related from post to post.
That's right. Nothing gets me charged up like that intro. Thank you, Steve. Still broadcasting live from my living room. And today we are talking about the road to WrestleMania that we are on. Another edition of Monday Night Raw happened on Monday.
Yep.
And Steve, did you have any thoughts from the show? There was, I think, a few things to talk about. Maybe not a ton.
Yeah, a couple more matches are shaping up. Nothing really stands out to me is that we have to talk about, but nothing that just made me grumble either. So
there were a few segments that I wanted to talk about. The first thing that actually jumps out at me was Neville and what happened with him and Chris Jericho and the injury that he sustained.
Okay.
I'm assuming you know that he suffered a real injury on Monday?
I just read that just a few moments ago, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he, I mean, it seemed kind of obvious to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was the baseball side that did it, but I could tell that he banged his knee or his leg up pretty good during that match, and that some sort of audible was called during the match that changed up the ending. You could tell that the ending was weird with Jericho and the ref and Neville, and it seemed almost like there was some sort of cue that AJ Styles was waiting for that never came. I think he was supposed to interrupt the match, and they had to wind up changing that, obviously, because the match was shorter than they expected.
Yes.
But Neville's supposed to be out for, I think, 2 to 3 months.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, it's not too terribly long, and it doesn't require surgery, but of course, won't be in Mania. I'm not positive he would have been anyway, but I could have seen him in some sort of multi-person match, whether it be the Battle Royal or, Intercontinental Battle Royal or whatever it was. So, hope Neville gets better soon.
Yes.
What about you? Anything you want to talk about?
We got a firm grasp on what the United States title match is going to be. Ryback and Kalisto.
What do you think about that? This is going to be a match that I think polarizes fans.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people love Ryback and a lot of people hate Ryback. I kind of fall in the middle. If I'm pro Ryback, like I don't want to see him go anywhere. I feel like his gimmick needs an some sort of upgrade. I preferred him better when he didn't talk or didn't have like a real personality.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds, usually I don't like that in my personalities, but I wish he would go back to just being more of a beast.
Yeah.
But I feel like it should be okay, personally. I don't feel like he's a bad wrestler. He's not great. He doesn't really have the match of the night ever, but he's not bad in my opinion.
Yeah, I have a feeling they may be grooming him for a short run at the top heel. Ryback? Yeah.
As a top heel. Well, I don't know about top heel, but I do think he's got a heel turn on the way, and I think that's going to benefit him.
Yeah.
There's one other thing I want to talk about. Well, I guess, actually, there's a few more things. Thought a real low light of the show was the final segment.
Yeah.
I want to know what you think about this, because we've kind of had differing opinions about this Vince and Shane McMahon thing since it started.
Yeah.
Not opposed to the match. I'm realizing the closer we get to WrestleMania, it's starting to make less and less sense, and it's still my problem with this. I don't like the plot line holes. I'm going to give the floor to you, because you've been very pro this angle.
Yeah, I have been pro this angle. I think they missed a huge opportunity Monday.
You sure did.
They need to fill in these holes for everybody that's not on board. Everybody loves Shane. Everybody wants to see Undertaker at Mania. Most people. The holes need to get filled in, and they didn't do that Monday.
And this was the time where it was like, this is where it's going to happen. Like, yeah. I'm waiting for it because they're getting all three in the ring. We're going to finally get our answers, or we're not.
Yeah.
And we didn't. And I feel like that's necessary and very needed for this to work.
Yeah. My
opinion. One other thing worth talking about, there was another addition to the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Do you have thoughts about Jacqueline?
Where the Divas are at in their Hall of Fame status, I think she's about due.
I feel like there's a few more deserving ladies out there, but she's not a terrible choice. I know she had a very prosperous career before WWE.
Yes.
I feel like I don't have a lot of Jacqueline memories or moments that I remember as like a fan. The divas around that time, I think of people like Sable First, Tori, Ivory, all those people, to me, bigger names than Jacqueline was. But she knew how to work. She was a talented, manager at times, or she could fill the role of whatever she had to do. And she's deserving, but I feel like there's more deserving out there.
Yeah.
So you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay, come on, Layla. Right at the end. All right, so I guess Layla agrees with that too. You want to wrap things up then, Steve? For myself, my tag team partner, Steve.
Enough is enough, and it's time for a change.